Hi guys, Terry here. It's the beginning of another month, so I have the SheetLoad of Cards for June 2022. Crafty Al is who puts this out, and I will have a link below to her YouTube channel. She does a fabulous job of coming up with a new card design every month, and then graciously shares that with us. So this month it's a really fun fold card. I don't know if you could tell from the picture, but there is a fold in the back, and then this card folds inside that one. So I can't wait to make it. So she's got all the supplies that you need on here, and then she's got the dimensions if you want to make just one of these cards. This month it makes 6 cards by her little math that her magical math that she does to make it so that she gives you all the cuts and how to make 6 cards. So love that. And then she also suggests some other alternatives if you want to make the card just a little bit different. So I have picked out 3 pattern pieces, as she says here. You need 3 pattern 12 by 12s, and I've got this. This is from Webster's Pages. I think I got it at a local scrapbook store, and it's websterspages.com. And then it looks like the designer on this is Adrienne Human. And I just thought this paper was so pretty. So, just gorgeous. And then I picked these coordinating colors here. So most of our, and this, I had this in my stash. So what I really like about this method is you can make a stack of cards every month, and from supplies that you have in your stash. So it also calls for having 5 pieces of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. This will be for the card bases, and of course each card has 2 of those that are going to fold together. So love that. And I think I'm ready to get started. So after you watch her YouTube channel and she explains how to download the PDF, then you will have the cutting directions on how to cut. And really, this goes together so quickly. So if you follow her cutting instructions and then put it together, you'll have the cards before no time. So I'm going to go cut my paper and come back and we will assemble. Okay, from the 8.5 by 11 cardstock, you do 3 sheets and you get the base of the card, and then from 2 sheets of 8.5 by 11 you get 6 of the smaller card that's going to go inside here. So let's score these, and I love to use my Score Pal. I use really thick cardstock for my card bases. It's Nina 110 pound cardstock, and I'll have a link on my blog post to all the products that I use in case you also want to get started on this craft. But this one is going to get scored right here in the middle, and let's see, I almost have to have a calculator here. Usually she says on her instructions, oh, it says score at 4 1/4, and that makes sense because that's going to be the front of the card doesn't go all the way across. So we're going to score this at 4 1/4. So let me do each of these. I hope you're having a good day. It's warmer here in Columbus, Ohio, so we have the pool opened up. So I've gone to the pool a couple times this week and really enjoyed that. Today it's rainy because the Memorial Golf Tournament is in town. So it always rains during that. We've had a really rainy spring, which is good for the flowers. And then these little guys are scored, I think, right in the middle. So let's see. So 8.5 is 4 1/4 also. Let's make sure that's in half. Yep. Alright, so let's see how these are going to look. They're going to be like that. And then like this. So that's how it'll be. Isn't that fun? So the person, I hope when the person gets it, they'll know to open this flap and then this flap. So really cute. Lots of places to decorate on this card. So really cute. So let me get the other pieces. What I like to do once I've cut all these little pieces, it's really important to lay them out. Because you've got 3 different colors, it's really important to lay them out before you start gluing. I've learned that the hard way. Because you want to make sure you have one of each color with each size. So let me lay those out in piles and then we can start gluing. Okay, so now I'm going to arrange all of the cards. You need one of a big one, a medium one, and a small one for each card. So what I like to do is I've got the small pieces here laid out. So those are my 6 cards. So then I want to start sprinkling these amongst the others, so that I'm making sure I've randomly got them. I'm not going to end up with 2 yellows on one card. So I find it best to lay them out and visually look at it. So then I simply take the last one and then I just make sure, like I wouldn't put a yellow with this one. This one has to be an orange. And that one can be a yellow. This one can be a yellow here. That can't be an orange there. The orange has to go here. And then these 2. I have so much trouble with this. I have to lay it out so that I can see it. So each of my cards here is a big one, a medium, and a yellow, and a small one. And they're, you know, no duplicates of colors. So these will be ready to add to the card fronts. I really like watching Crafty Owl's. On the first of the month, she puts out the PDF and explains what the card's going to look like. And then on the second of the month, she actually shows you how she cuts everything and puts it together. So I always think I can read the PDF, which she does an excellent job on the PDF. But I do suggest watching that second day because she'll give you little tips and pointers and, you know, things that she realized when she was putting them together. So love to watch her videos. She does an excellent job of explaining everything. So now we'll start gluing these on. And then I think I didn't mention it before, but I got a new Stampin' Up! Stamp set. And I really like the You Really Are Fabulous. I think this is a good size for the front of the card here. And this is drawn to scale when you print this. So what you can do is you can take your stamp and actually try it out and see if it'll fit on that sentiment there. So love that she has this pattern be the right size so you can kind of try everything out. It's good on the assembly too, so if you know where the pieces go, you know, sometimes if the pieces are smaller than this, you can lay it on the card and see like where she lined it up and everything. So love that about the printout. So let me start gluing, and I'm also going to start stamping my sentiment. So I've got my Misty, and I've decided to use this Cajun Craze. I thought this would go pretty with the paper that I've got. So my stamp is from the stamp set Slim Sayings. And I am going to put it on my little 1 inch by 3.5 inch sentiment strip here. So there's going to be a little fishtail on the one end here, like it shows in the picture. So I'm going to cut a little strip there. So I'm going to center it kind of near this end here. So I've got my Misty out. I've taken out the little stamp pad because my rubber stamp has a built-in little pad there. So I'm lining this up over here. We'll put it to one end like that. And then I'm going to pick it up with the Misty door. And I love my Misty for when I have to do this repeat stamping. So I'm going to simply push this in this upper corner here. I'm going to stamp my image with this. And then what's nice too is, especially with it being a new stamp, if there's any spots that I miss, I can re-stamp it. So that looks really good. This would be a fun card to send out. You are really fabulous. And then on the inside you could either put happy birthday or congratulations, or you know, whatever the occasion is. So when I'm making a batch of cards like this, it is nice to make something kind of generic. And then to clean my stamp off, I like to use my stamp chamois. This one's from Lawn Fawn, but there's a lot of companies that make these stamp chamois. They're like a nice little film thing. What do they call these claws? But when they get wet, they're like a sponge. And then I keep it in this jewel case just to keep it wet. But then when I'm not making cards, I do let it air dry just so it doesn't get musty. But yeah, I love this for using to clean the stamps. It really gets all the ink off of there. So it's called a stamp chamois. So now I will cut my little fishtails here. If you haven't done this before, I know there's dies that'll do this, but I like to just cut in the middle and then go from that middle piece, from the corner to that middle, and that will cut out the little fishtail. So, okay, I am ready to assemble my cards. So I like to use Tombow Multi-Mono Liquid Glue. And I like this one. There's a blue bottle, but I like the green bottle because it just seems to have a little bit less liquid. It's got a nice small tip applicator, so the glue comes out nice and easy. But let's get started. So I've got my cards laying here in the right direction. So this one, the big one, is opening this way, and the small one is opening this way. And then when I look at my pieces here, for each card we've got the small and the medium and the large. So let's start with the large one. And I'm just going to put a drop of glue all around the edge, and you don't need a lot. The more glue you put on, this is a new bottle, so it's just coming out slowly here. The more glue you put on, you got to remember that the glue does have some water in it, so you don't want to make your paper buckle. So we've got this one going in the back, and the reason I like to use liquid glue is it gives me a little bit of wiggle room so that I can line this up and get it in position, and then I can simply hold that while it dries. So just push that in place. So there's the front one. And then our square piece is going to go on the front of this. And I'll tell you what, whatever coordinating paper you pick out, it's just going to look really cute on here. So there's that. There, now the glue's coming out better. So I'm going to put this on the front. And like I said, that just gives me a little bit of wiggle room. So there's the square piece. It goes on the front of that one. And then our last piece is going to go on here. Like this. And again, we've got wiggle room to get this in position. There's about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So those three pieces were easy. And now we're going to position this one in here. So we're going to glue this card to the inside of this card. So I think what I'm going to do, if I position this in the middle here and then open this up, that looks like it's in the right spot. So really we're just positioning this one in the middle here. Really cute paper. So I'm sure that you have some really cute paper in your stash. If you pulled out 3 sheets and then followed her instructions on the PDF for cutting them, you'd have 6 cards assembled quickly. So if you've got some summer birthdays, pick some fun summer paper. If you've got graduation cards to make, that's what I made last month, was congratulation cards. But that looks really fun and cute. So then we'll put our sentiment on here. And we have our first card assembled. How fun and cute is that? I don't know how she does it. Every month she comes up with a new pattern for us to follow. So she's been doing it, I think, for a few years. I think she did it years ago and she brought it back. So I'm so happy she did it, and I'm so happy I discovered it. So the cards turned out so cute. The paper is cute, and I love the fun fold. How cute is that? Really cute. So they turned out cute. And I'll tell you what, if you stayed with me to the end of this video, you are fabulous. So I appreciate you guys so much. It means so much to me when you subscribe and when you click like. And just the number of views that I get on my videos. You guys are wonderful, so I thank you for that. I just can't thank you enough. So the cards turned out really cute. I will have all the links on my blog post of the products that I used, and like I said, I will link to Crafty Owl's YouTube video of the June 2022. But thank you guys for watching. See you next time.